So what are you requiring? The only requirement is that you embrace the Spirit within you. Be open and willing to receive your blessing. Be willing to let go of struggle, as Tony sang this morning. Letting go of the struggle, put it down. It doesn't belong to you. Do not take ownership of struggle or strain in your life. And when you are doing that, as we all sometimes do, put it down. Put it down, let it go. It doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to me. And also, receive your blessing and be willing to let go of trying to figure everything out, right? Isn't that true? We all do that one big time. We want to figure everything out. I want to know what I'm doing before I do it. It doesn't work. Ever try it? It doesn't work. I want to be able to do something. And so what I say in my prayer is that Spirit goes before me and makes the crooked places straight. And that is my prayer, and that is my knowledge, and that is what I am knowing for myself and for everyone here. Know that for yourself. Know what it is that you would require to have a better life. Whatever that requirement is, bring it into your life, and every day in the month of October, begin to focus on a personal blessing for yourself. And you can bring other people into it as well. You know, I am beginning now to recognize that as I drive around, as I walk around, as I meet other people, as I treat for people, sending out a blessing to someone is so much more powerful than sending them out something that's negative. Because when you send out that negation, that also comes back to you. Dr. Grayson used to say that when you do something to another person, it will dog at your heels. And that is very, very true. We need to know that. We need to bless people, uplift them, inspire them. Exactly. That was the inspiration. We need to bless them, inspire them, and empower them. That's very, very true. So be willing to let go and be willing to become decisive. Being decisive, being consistent each and every day. There are days when I do not want to do this work. I can be very honest with all of you. I'm not going to tell you a story. There are days when I get up and I say, I don't really want to do this. I really don't feel like it. And then I go and I do it anyway. Because I say to myself, you know what, Loretta, this is the time when you need this more, even more than when you're feeling okay. So I need to drop my reason, my excuses, all of the negativity, and go into prayer.
We need you to, Reverend.
Yes. We definitely all have this. We all have it. We all have this idea in mind sometimes that we don't want to do something, even though we know it's for our highest good. That's why I'm asking all of you for the month of October to just try it. I love people that try things for a week and they say it doesn't work. You ever meet people like that? We're always working. We're a work in progress. But if we look back on our lives 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we can see the work that we have done has brought us into a very new place. And I maybe shouldn't say this, but we're not being on, what do they call that? We're not being, what do they call that when you make a tape of something or a CD? Recorded, yeah. You know, it's not being placed on a CD. I'm getting lost for words here. But what I'm saying is I can look at my family and I can see where I could be if I didn't do the work. I'm not saying all my family, but a few members of my family. Some of you may know what I mean, some of you may not. But anyway, there are people in my family, and I'm not putting them down, but because they haven't done any work, they're just in a different place. And I just accept that for them. I'm not saying anything, I'm not judging, I'm just saying they're in a different place, that's all. And so I am very grateful that I do this work. I have gratitude for this work. I'm very grateful. Each and every day I have gratitude for the work that I'm doing on myself. I really have that gratitude because I know that I can feel peaceful because I meditate, that I can feel good because I do my prayer work, and that when the days come, and they do, when I don't feel like doing it, I do it anyway, you see? So I'm going to invite all of you in for this wonderful invitation because last week Esther spoke about an invitation. I'm inviting you each and every morning or each and every evening, whichever you prefer, to focus on your blessings, to invite them in, to require them for your life. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up. Never give up on yourself until you take your last breath. That's when we all give up, right? We let it go. Life is gone. But I believe each and every day is such a gift that we make the most of it. With the challenges, with all of the things that come, life is still a gift. And each and every day is very precious to each and every one of us. Make the best of your life by making the best of each day, each week, each month, and each year. I invite each and every one of you for the month of October to focus on your blessings, to invite them in, to say thank you for the gifts that you are receiving. If you are seeking something and it hasn't appeared yet, don't give up on it. Say yes to God, to Spirit, knowing whatever it is that you're desiring, God wants it for you just as much as you do. And that's the truth. I will never give up. My life may not look like what I want it to look like sometimes, but I will never give up. I will never let go, because I know through this teaching that everything is working out for my highest and best all the time. Even at times when it doesn't seem to be, when it doesn't appear to be, it still is. There is still something. There's so much that we do not know. I was reading something and they was talking about, you can't see around the corner, and you can't see in back of you, and you can't see around the other corner. But maybe there's something that can see around the corner. We just don't know. We just have to be open and receptive to the goodness in our lives. We have to know that we are able to have it. And when we get conviction, when we have the courage and the conviction to speak our word for our good each and every day, to begin to focus on it, to begin to accept and honor the blessings that are given to us by the Spirit within, that is when our life is working. That is when we are blessed. And that is when we can let go of the struggle that the ego sometimes places upon us by telling us we can't have something or we can't do something. That is really not the truth. It's not the truth for each and every one of us in this room, including myself. The truth is that you are made in the image and likeness of Spirit. You are divine, and you are blessed, each and every one of you, each and every day of your life. Welcome those blessings. Allow them in. Require them. Create a life requirement for yourself, because, as I tell you all the time, you are worthy. You are worthy. I was taught this by my teacher many, many years ago. He said that we are all heirs to this work. And I believe that, and I accept that. And being an heir to something means that you have inherited something. You have inherited the kingdom, and that kingdom is within you. And it is there for you always, to bless you, to nurture you, to inspire you. And speaking of inspiration, everyone loves inspiration. Anybody like inspiration like me? I love inspiration. I love to be inspired because I think it's a gift. And so what I wrote down for this lesson is, in order to make a shift, we need to ask God for help. When we do this, we become a messenger of Source. I love that. You and I are a messenger of Source. So what are some of the blessings and gifts that we are seeking? What do you require for the fullness of your life? These are some of the gifts and the blessings. Inspiration, courage, confidence, balance, peace, compassion, a personal relationship, right employment, right action, prosperity, all of these. Let's take a look at inspiration, because that is one of my favorites. And I want to read to you something that I wrote down, because I think that this is something that you could say each and every day. When you require yourself to have the gift of inspiration, you can say something like this. Today I receive the gift of inspiration. Today I am at one with the great spirit of life, which inspires me and brings to me the gift of inspiration. I am blessed with an endless flow of this, which forms within me as my creativity, my joy, and my enthusiasm. I move through this day and I accept this blessing, and I am willing to be inspired as I let go of any thought patterns or appearances that would try to block or repress me. I am free to be inspired, and I accept this inspiration right now. I am blessed, and all is well. And this is the highest truth for me, and I accept it now, and so it is. And that is the way that you treat each and every day, whether it be for courage, for confidence, for inspiration, for a right relationship. You cannot always accept the idea that something that you would like to have is not yours. You must say, yes, it is mine, and I claim it right now. That's the difference. That's the requirement that you need to make for yourself and for your life. Look within your heart. Invite Spirit each day to give you a personal blessing. This is your requirement.